back in those days, that's mid '90s
Absolutely.
to late '90s. The biggest hit, of course, Wifey just sung us a part of that hook.
Absolutely.
That how you do that there.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about the importance of that song for hip hop.
Oh man, it was not just for hip hop, but for the lives and the families of all of us involved.
That too.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Man, we actually Bleed wrote that song. A lot of people thought that was a Master P song,
yes.
But Young Bleed actually wrote that song and produced in a lot of ways because he had the concept in mind for that song of what he wanted that particular song to be. And Happy Perez was also producing at the time, so they kind of co-produced How You Do That there, and Bleed actually wrote the lyrics. I remember we all had, Loc was putting out a concentration camp compilation, and every artist was responsible for submitting a song. We had guys out of New Orleans, everybody that was local out of Baton Rouge that was submitting songs, and I remember Loc went out of town. He was in Florida, and we actually went out and we bought Bleed, and I went to the store, and he had this idea. He needed the CD, the Aretha Franklin, I think it was, and we bought that CD so we can sample that rock. You know what I mean? I don't know if you hear that in it, but
steady.
Exactly. So, so we came back and we actually produced that record in an apartment that we had. I don't even think we had furniture in that apartment. It was just music. The keyboards, we had just got the little spot, and ended up coming in. Him and Happy got together, man, and put that thing together. And fortunate enough, once we released it, it was crazy in the neighborhood. Like it was something fresh, and the hood actually supported it and carried it like it was carried. And we had already been doing business with P. We had already did features on our Loc project, the C-Loc whatever project. We had already done. We had been in the Ice Cream Man video. We went to the Bout It video shoot. So we had relationships already with P. And once we actually released that song, I remember P called me actually and asked if we would be interested in a deal with Pro Art. And I was like, hell yeah.
Okay.
Six figures.
Oh, man, it was ridiculous. We 19 out the hood, man. You know what I mean? A lot of us had never left the hood, you know what I mean? So that call 2 weeks later, man, we in the middle of Malibu, you know what I mean? In the ocean out there shooting that video.
Ghetto boys.
Shooting that video, had big Debo, you know what I mean? For the first time, man. So it was crazy.
Rest his soul.
That's what's up.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Yeah. So that song actually was, I don't know if you remember, but the Bout It was P first hit.
Yes.
But by the time he released the Bout It movie, Bout It had already run its course. So How You Do That there was actually the lead single. The lead single at that time.
Let me ask you this, because I'm remembering that time.
Yeah.
I just went back in time.
Yeah.
How many of y'all went to California?
Oh man, it was when you talking about the first time?
How many of y'all was down there for that video shoot? Because I'm gonna draw this picture for.
It was 6 of us that went for that video shoot.
So we talking about 6 guys.
Yeah.
From the South.
Correct.
From the country.
Correct.
From the inner city.
Yes, sir.
And y'all in California on the yacht.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What was that feeling for? I mean, y'all on a yacht.
Man, it was crazy. It was surreal, to be honest with you. I always looked at our lives, man, and was so thankful.
Yes.
Even past the music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Once we started to travel, I saw that it was amazing that God saw fit.
Even back then, Pauly.
Man,
Pauly, you too young to be thinking like that. You too young to be thinking like that back then.
Go back and look at our album.
Yes.
Go back and look at Bleed album. Bleed is toting the Bible to the mansion in the sky.
That's right.
On that balls in my word.
That's right.
Yeah.
And our second album, On My Own, that Bible is open on the table with a light shining on it, and he's looking out of the window. So it was no question about if we had that understanding at that time. You dig what I'm saying?
Beautiful. That's
beautiful. We knew we had a responsibility. Bleed actually was one of the first ones in our camp. Bleed used to hand out these prayers. He printed out 100 of them. He used to pass them out to each of us, you know what I mean? So Bleed kind of started that whole energy about that, man. And he actually introduced me to God for the first time.
Bleed's a different guy.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Anytime.
What?
Well, yeah, I want y'all to go back and look at the Young Bleed interview that we had here on Super Tight TV. He mentioned as a youngster that music would be playing in his head. And Super Tight TV, our motto is what Texas connects.
Right.
And so we want to be a bridge. We want to be educational.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you said something earlier that you and Young Bleed went to the store to buy the record. That was his idea because it was playing in his head.
Absolutely was.
So, and I heard you also say that's considered co-producership because it is.
It is.
Today in today's time, because we're educated now,
absolutely,
that's really considered a co-producership.
Correct.
So what I want the youngsters to know, if you're walking into a production situation and you got your own samples, you got your own melodies and everything like that, and you're contributing to, and you just don't know how to push those buttons, you are really co-producing that track.
Correct. You got an option even at that point to either get someone to play it and do it as a work for hire.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? Or you have an opportunity to co-produce with someone. So it's really about what type of ownership you want to have at that time. So if you have the idea and concept, then I can hire a producer
and get all 100% of it
and do a work for hire, and I own 100% of what I'm doing.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Otherwise,
kind of like Puffy do.
Otherwise, yeah. So otherwise, if we collaborate in that sense, then of course we are co-producing. So even at that time, we didn't have that clear understanding. We were just making music out the hood, man. We were just happy that we had something to record on.
Yes,
you know what I mean, and being able to record our ideas, man. So
we call that learning on the fly.
You had to learn fast because we went from the hood to #1 record in the country at that time.
Felt like overnight, didn't it?
Oh man, it really was.
I know. I mean, because I can remember the wave.
Yeah, it really was.
First hearing that song, I know you do too, and it was infectious. It was one of them songs that you was like, damn.
Yeah.
Just like you say, the hood supported it.
Yeah.
It was one of them songs that was undeniable.
Absolutely.
How that song come on, bro? It just automatic, bro.
Yeah.
And then
how'd it come on?
Come on, baby.
It's like, who that say they want to do that?
I'm talking about the music.
I was talking about the music.
Yeah,
how did it come on?
Don't worry about that. We're not going to repeat that. You can't recreate magic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Once I've done it, it's gone. It's gone.
It's your girl Jazzy K with Super Tight TV. We want to thank everyone that's been watching. Hey, if you do us a favor and hit that subscribe button, also press the notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video.
Know I'ma get some game tuned in with Super Tight. Yeah, I get the low love from Big Bobo, from the front seat, not no photos.